Hey everybody, welcome to DBS Films Podcast. It's just me and you, so that means it is a DBS production update. And when you are listening to this, it is now November 26th. First off, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. That's going to be the main topic of what we're discussing today, in that I am very thankful for each and every one of our absolutely amazing members in the Discord, more so to all of those super fans, all of those in Carl's Club, and all of those in the moderating team that are helping us out to become the #1 film studio. We are on our way there. I know it. And with your support, we're going to make it, team. So really just again, want to say massive thank you. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you ate a lot of food. We had a few Thanksgiving events for the Discord. One of the ones that was very interesting to me is I didn't know some people call dressing or stuffing dressing. So that was a unique one that I learned. It was the first time I heard the word dressing referred to as stuffing. And then I actually saw something online kind of following up the day after, but that was literally like the first time in my entire life I've ever heard it. And I love stuffing. So stuffing is by far the best. Yams are the lowest tier. We've discussed this in detail. But again, hope you guys had your favorite dishes over this Thanksgiving weekend. And I know a lot of you are thankful for the community just as much as I am. So if you do want to be part of this community, because we make movies for our fans with our fans, you should check out our Discord, because that is where all the action happens. So to give you guys some more updates on where we are at, December 5th. If you're reading or if you're listening to this right now, you actually are way ahead of the curve, because we're probably not going to make this announcement until later tomorrow. But December 5th, we are going to go ahead and show the DBS Discord the Shapeshifter. That's right, friends. We have the Shapeshifter ready to go. And that means on the 5th, in about 2 weeks from now, on a Monday, we're going to do a movie Monday just for our super fans, who will have the ability to go ahead and watch this movie before it is out. And I am very, very excited for it. We actually watched a few movies, and this was the first time that we watched like our movie, and then we watched Smile, and we watched The Next Exit was, I believe, another one. So we watched some other ones. We're like, you know what, man, Shapeshifter's kind of right up there with that. Now, again, budget-wise, no. Effects-wise, no. Cinematography, meh. But like plot and pacing, it's there. Like, we made an entertaining movie this time around, I like to say. So we're very excited for that. You guys are going to be in on the action for that. When it comes to that, we're going to move right into the the finishing productions for Into the Forest 2.0. And that one, I mean, that one slaps even harder. We already know that's going to be a good one. We don't need any pickup shots. There's going to be very minimal editing. I think we can literally turn this one around in a month. I'm going to force my brother to do so, in the sense of getting all those little nitty gritty things taken care of that can easily back up. But we're going to really try and push this one forward, because if we can get this movie out within like a 2-month time frame, that's really going to show us the power of found footage. That if we can film a movie in October and release it said and done in January, that's a 3-month turnaround. You're looking at 4 movies every 3 months. Boom, there's your 12 months for that time to take place. So excited for that. Expect that one to come through fast. And again, we have over 20 plus roles. Speaking of the roles, a lot of you are doing the remote roles, which will come later in the month of December, most likely. But we are going to go ahead and add those in there. Also, speaking of new roles, we do have our newest feature, the Roger Files, is what we're calling it right now, are going to be filmed later in December. So kind of like the last week of December we're looking for. We're going to have very limited roles in this one, because we're really trying to just sneak a movie in, get us another movie, extra way to make money, extra way to get revenue, see what it's like. And, you know, with everything in life, that it seems like the least you try, the more rewards we're going to get somehow, because we have a feeling that this one's probably going to do really, really well. But we're planning on having a lot of remote roles from the Discord for that movie as well. So we will still have additions, but it's going to be very, very minimal additions compared to what we did with Shapeshifter and what we're going to do for the first movie next year. So it's going to be kind of a streamlined process for that. That being said, we're going to always keep you guys up to date and in the know when it comes to those things, especially our super fans, especially our Carl's Club, especially our mods. So that leads us to the last bit of information, which is, again, the casting element for that. So if you guys, you know, again, we'll keep you posted. We'll most likely have you do your remote roles in January, February, something like that. We already have some for Shapeshifter in December, but this is always going to be a way that we're going to try and get more roles for our Discord in our movies so you can get more experience, so we can work with you more and we can continue to level up. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up to where we're at with the production update. I do have 2 questions here. So Aries is a question. Aries, who's been in 2 of our movies now, absolutely crushed it. He wants to know, why does DBS use the same name in the majority of their movies? Do you or your brothers come up with those names? So I want to know, are you talking about our main character names or just the different character names? Great question, though. Really, we use the names almost to kind of represent a person. So I'd say if you're talking about the main girlfriend, boyfriend, it just depends. What we end up trying to do is, like, we'll shift that, but what we end up doing is, like, for instance, Dylan. Dylan is Dylan in The Haunting of the Murder House. Dylan is Dylan in Shapeshifter. Well, the reason we call him Dylan is because Dylan's playing basically that same character. If you look at the character from Haunting of the Murder House, for Shapeshifter, it's basically Dylan, just to some different degree. You know, he's not trapped in a spooky house or anything. If you take a look at a character like Roger as well, too, which, you know, we've had played there. And again, I think we're going to look at a Roger element in the sense of, I think Roger might become his own type of character, but really just that scary redneck type person, you know, that person who's really out there and whatnot. And again, you know, I have to say, Ben's been getting a lot of praise for his role in Shapeshifter. So when we're saying the Roger files for like the new one, we're just saying, hey, this is that type of character that we're looking for. So we typically do that. We'll also reuse other things though, like the Redwood Forest. We just think that's cool in the sense that you're reusing old names. So that's kind of it. If it's like the Whitlow house or things like that, we try and go in there. But if it's a character name, we're typically reusing that character's name because we're saying, hey, this is that type of character. And it's just an easy way for us to communicate that. Next question is from the lovely and amazing Tina Lee. And Tina asks, have you ever considered it looks like Randonautica type found footage movie? If you're not familiar with that term, or more so the app name, it is an app that leads people on what could be dangerous scavenger hunts of sorts, giving them supposed random coordinates to go along the way. You should look it up. Pretty interesting. Love this. Love this idea, Tina. We were talking about something like that. We were talking about one that would basically be like, it's almost like an app or something that makes you do small things. And when you do the small things, you get like cryptocurrency payments for it. So we're kind of, it's funny that you're mentioning something like that, but that is something right up our alley, Tina Lee. So yes, very, very good. I'm going to go ahead and research that after this. But as always, really appreciate all of you who are asking any questions. Appreciate the entire Discord. Very thankful for all of you. You guys are absolutely the best. But until then, have a good one.